sort of the spoiler alert, if you will. But I have love in my life now. And now that I know what I have, I didn't realize that I didn't have it before. So it's probably why you hear the smile in my voice a little bit. But I was not aware of how important love was in finding a partner. It's hard to say out loud, but it's true. I really thought that love was something that grew over time. And this is something I've heard as a common thought that, oh, it'll happen. It'll grow. It's about finding someone who matches on a lot of bullet points or you're compatible with. And that love, if you feel some inclination towards it, it will grow and mature as you experience and do things. And that it matters more that you're able to be compatible because love will vary and wane over time. And also, and again, I talk about this in detail in my book. I did not grow up in a home where love was heavily present. And, culturally, partnerships within the Ghanaian community, not to say they're devoid of love. There's obviously lots of love partnerships, but there's also practicality about a lot of relationships in our culture where they are, you want to be sensible and you want to marry someone who's well-to-do and has their things together and, stuff like that. And you also need to come to the table in a like-minded way. So when I met, my husband, he was great on paper. I was attracted to him. And he was very different than people I dated before. And in my book, I talk about, some of the relationships I was in prior to him between the ages of 19 to 22, that were, physically abusive, that were emotionally abusive, that were financially abusive. And, and just really meeting someone who seemed mild-mannered and to sort of be the counterpart to my high energy self, while also it felt like gave me a lot of space to be and dream and do. I just was like, this is great. I'd rather be with someone who seems like they don't do too much, than be with someone who does too much, because I've experienced the other side of it, 22-year-old self. So fast forward, married for 12 years. Because also I'm not a quitter, just so you know, I never ever in a billion years thought I'd be getting divorced because everything is just a problem to be solved in my brain. Right. But on the other side, boy, am I glad that, God had different plans for me, because now I think I'm really shaping a life that is going to be just so flippin' beautiful. But that said, I just didn't expect any of this. So what's crazy is I have not been single, getting back to now we're fast forwarding to real time. I have not been single since I was 22. And y'all know dating at 22 is so different than when you're an adult. So for those of you guys who got married in your 30s or in your late 20s or in your mid 30s, or are remarried, you know so much more about yourself. What? I know what I like. I've accomplished goals. I have failed things before. I have succeeded at things. There are things that I am not looking for in a partner because I know how to provide them for myself. There are things that I am expecting in a partner and boundaries I know to set because I know what I require in order to function at my best.